Hello there. How you doing? Hope things are well. Listen, I've got some great stuff to come at you today with. I want to talk to you today about two areas in your life. And when you get these two things right, your whole life will improve. Now, if that sounds great to you, hang around because we're going to dive into that just in 1 minute. But for now, if you're new to my page, welcome. And if it's your first time ever seeing me, meeting me, having any contact, go ahead and drop your name in the box down there. Let me know who you are, where you're coming in from. And if you've been around for a while and you're just hopping on live with me or you're catching a replay, let me know you're here. Say hello. So I can give you a shout out. Because I love to communicate, interact with people. But like I said, we're going to dive into the two areas of your life that when you get these right, everything else automatically improves. I say automatically. It's not necessarily automatically because we have to work at it. But once you develop this certain pattern, then the work, it's not no longer work. It just becomes an automatic thing that you will find yourself doing. So what are these two areas of our life? Well, the first one I want to talk to you about is you've got to get your brain right. You've got to get your mind right. And I can hear you already. Oh, here we go with this mindset crap, right? Listen, let me tell you, your brain is the control center of your body, right? So anything that your body is supposed to do, take action on, and move and groove to, it starts with a thought. And if you are someone who has struggled in the past, maybe with experiencing positive outcomes and positive situations, take time out, look at how your thought processes work. Because here's what I found. If I get up in the morning and I start thinking about, oh my goodness, it's going to be a rainy day, it's going to be a snowy day, it's going to be a cloudy, gloomy, horrible, bad day, then before I know it, it's just like this big dark cloud comes over me. And I don't have any motivation. I don't have any reason to just get up and go for it, right? But listen, when I get up and I say, thank you, good God in mighty heaven, that it's going to be a great day today, and I am so looking forward to all the goodness that's coming my way. I can't wait to see what's coming today because I know it's going to be good. I know it's going to be great. I know I'm going to meet a lot of great people. I know I'm going to have just one positive experience after the other. And then I'll say, why not? Because, I go stand in front of the mirror, believe it or not, and I say, you absolutely perfect, gorgeous creature, go out there and let the rest of the world have some time to meet you, So you've got to talk to yourself. And let me tell you why that is. It's actually a scientific reason for that. Because what you focus on is what you're going to get. And that is proven scientifically. There is a little portion of your brain, and it's called the reticular activating system. And what that is a big long word for a spot in your brain close to the brain stem back there. And what that thing is, it's just like a filter. And what the reticular activating system does is it filters out everything in our environment, everything in our world, and all the noise, right? And I can give you a couple of examples of how this works, and it'll put it real clear in your head right here. If you've ever been in a room full of people, and maybe it's a party situation, maybe it's just a meeting room of some kind, but there's a lot of people, and everybody's chitter-chattering and going, and all you hear is, bzz, 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 bzz. You may hear some laughter, you may hear just a lot of noise. It just sounds like noise. That's your reticular activating system processing, because what's happening is it's taking in all this information, but it knows your brain can't possibly process every word, every thought, every action that's going on in that room. So it's filtering. Your reticular activating system filters out what is important to you. So inside that loud, noisy room, if all of a sudden from across the room somebody calls your name, then your reticular activating system kicks in and says, wait, that's your name. That's important to you. And you start zeroing in, and you'll look all around that room and try to find who was it that just called my name, right? That's one way it works. And if you've ever gone out and you've purchased maybe a new car, you've gone down and you've looked them over, you've picked out the one you want. Maybe it's your dream car, or maybe it's the one that you can pay for that day, right? So either way, you get the car, the vehicle that you've chosen, and you get all the paperwork done, you get it titled, you get it tagged, you get all this, and you put it on the road. On your way home, you look in your rearview mirror and you cannot believe what's following you. The exact same car you just bought. It's right behind you. And then you keep going and you see 1, 2, 3. It's like all of a sudden they've swarmed everywhere. Then you get in your neighborhood and you pass by this neighbor's house, and then a little further down you pass by another neighbor's house and another one. And all of a sudden you realize there's 3 or 4 of the same car in your neighborhood, right? Now, why is that? You've been living there for a long time. You've been driving that same route for a long time. Never paid attention to all those cars being there before today. Surely everybody didn't go buy one at the exact same time you did. No, what happened? Your reticular activating system had been working all this time and filtering out that vehicle. So because it wasn't important to you yet. But once you bought that vehicle, once you made that impression on your brain that this is an important piece of your life now your brain has been keyed in to look for that specific vehicle because it knows that you like it, right? You're driving it. Obviously, you like it. So that's how the filter works. So just imagine how powerful that system is when you start putting in positive information. You do positive self-talk. You read positive books. You get around positive people. You hang out in places that's going to keep you uplifted. And you say, now, Jan, look, life happens. Not everybody's always going to be on this high roller coaster ride. Of course you're not. Not everybody's going to have days with no problems. That is true. But here's what can happen. Once you start focusing in and get all this down to where you are doing the positive self-talk, you're reading the positive books, you're around positive people, you're around upbeat situations, even when the problems come, even when the struggles of life hit you, then you're not going to start looking at those as an old doom and gloom situation. Now you're pre-programmed. Now your reticular activating system is kicked in gear. Now it's already ready to focus on solutions to this situation. How can I make this better? What can we do to change things? How can we improve this? Because your reticular activating system knows you're somebody who has focused on positive outcomes. You focused on positive people. You focused on positive situations. So if it's all of a sudden beginning to interpret this as not a good situation, then your brain's going to kick in and say, okay, let's get it to a good situation. How can we make it better? What can we do to improve it? Yes, it's a challenge, but how can we overcome it? So problems then become more of a challenge to you and something that you know for a fact that you can do everything in your power. And if you can't overcome it, then, your brain kicks into gear. Who can I call? Who can help me figure this problem out? Who can help me fix this, right? So that's just some of the things that the positivity in your life, putting positive in your brain, will start to really improve your life overall. Now, the second thing that needs to be right in order for your life to really improve is what I call the heart piece, right? You've got the brain, the mind piece, you've got the heart piece. Well, the heart piece is where you're going to find people talk about your feelings and your emotions, and it's a spiritual center that most people recognize. As if your heart is open to good things, and if your heart is open to be filled with joy, and your heart is open to be a giving, caring, compassionate person, then that's what's going to start coming into your life. Because whatever you're open to, again, whatever you're focused on, when you try to become a good, caring, compassionate person, and you're willing to reach out, you're willing to go the extra mile, you've got joy inside of you, whatever your religious beliefs are. I believe in spirituality, right? Whatever you need to be a spiritually fulfilled human being, and what your belief system is, as long as you can experience the joy inside your heart, right? I don't know what you've all been taught. I don't know what your environment is. I just know that for me, the religious background that I have is Christianity. So, of course, if what we're talking about, Christian beliefs and Christian principles, then my heart is absolutely full of joy. Well, I don't have to be just reading about that or in the environment of being around the religious people for that to continue. That's not the point. The point is actually that you become the kind of person that you reaching out to find, right? If you're a grumpy, hateful, mean kind of person, then chances are that's the kind of people you're going to get attracted to you, right? And a lot of things can happen that causes a lot of bad situations. I'm not saying people are born mean. I don't think they are. I think environmental situations create those different situations, educational background, a lot of things go into play with that. But here's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter if you are the most negative Nelly or the negative Pete out there. It doesn't matter if you're meaner than a junkyard dog. If you want to change, you get those two things right in your life, and you're going to have much improvement in your life. It doesn't happen overnight. There's no easy button for it. There's no magic pill to take for it. It's called work. You have to work on it. You have to want it, and you've got to start reading positive stuff. You've got to put good stuff in to get good stuff out. And I know that whoever you are, wherever you are, and whenever you're hearing my voice right now, I hope that's speaking to you, and I hope you heard it. If you want to change, it's all in those two parts of your life. Change your mindset, get some positive stuff in there, open your heart to joy, happiness, compassion, and being a giving, caring, and helpful person. And that's the kind of people who's going to start being attracted to you, and they're going to find their way to you. Your world is going to start filling up with more opportunity, more positive experiences, more likelihood of the good outcomes coming your way. Even when the struggles come and even when the problems hit you, you're going to be able to instantly kick into that automated, okay, here's what it is. What can we do to make it better? And if I can't make it better, who can I call to help me? So I hope this has been valuable to you today. We've got some folks on live. David Strickler's on with us. Thanks, David, for being on. And like I said, if you are joining me today and you're here live, please put a comment down. If you are catching a replay, put a hashtag replay. And if you've gotten value out of this, I hope that you would do somebody else out there a huge favor. If this speaks to you and says something that's important to you, and you've gotten just one piece of value out of it, please share it out with your friends so somebody else can hear this, and they too can begin to change their life and improve their life today. Get those two things right, baby, and you're well on your way. Listen, my name is Jan Fansler. It's always my pleasure to be here with you every Thursday afternoon, 3:30 Central Time. And as I always say, I've got my little coffee with me. I enjoy a great cup of coffee. And wherever you are today, I hope the sun is shining. But if it isn't, please go out and be a spot of sunshine in somebody else's world today, because all of us can handle a little more sunshine and a lot more happiness, love, and joy. So till next time, it's Jan Fansler. I catch you next Thursday right here live, right here, 3:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. For my time with you, my time for you, baby. Bye for now.